Hi, Chris Stage here. In this review, I am going to go over some points as to why I strongly suggest that you stay away from the banker profit system. And towards the end, then I will talk to you a little bit about an alternative that I'm doing in affiliate marketing. First of all, the banker profit system, in my opinion, is not a good choice for trying to make money from home or make money at all, because I believe personally that you may lose all of your money. Um, they are a hype, and try to get you all hyped up about making money on autopilot, which is not a good idea. It isn't going to happen. Binary algorithms and computer based type readers of the stock is based on past performance. And if anything comes along that shakes up the market, um, that algorithm is going to be worthless. And stuff shakes up the market all the time. It changes every day, especially now in the U.S. with um, the presidential debates and all kinds of political stuff going on. And there's disasters happening all over the world, and that too will affect, because you're going to be doing offshore stuff. And speaking of offshore stuff, most of the brokers that these people use, actually probably all of them, I'm not going to say all, but they they are offshore. And that being said, they are most likely not registered with our securities um, trading commission and the CFTC, or the CySEC, the Cyprus Securities Administration. And that being said, too, that they are not regulated. They can't get your money back. They're not going to be able to find out where your money's at if you lose it, which is highly likely if they're unregulated. They're there to just take your money. And now I want to show you some of the people that are in this video. And of course, they're this up here, our beta testing team is almost full. Of course, they're going to give you some, you got to hurry, to get in here, because you might lose out. Well, they had some testimonials, and this guy here, Patrick, 49 years old, school teacher, that was his profit to date. I did a screenshot of this off of the video, and I'll slide that out there. That's him, and here he is. He is an actor. He was hired off of Fiverr. That's a website where actors can advertise their wares, and they charge $5 for like 50 words or something. He's English with an English or British accent, which he was talking with a British accent. And these these guys are all actors on this thing, and so likelihood that he actually made money with this program is pretty unlikely. This gal was also there, Elizabeth, 51. Well, actually, I'll go back and show you, because we didn't discuss his name. His name is, well, Mulder 69 is his handle. He won't give his real name. Anyway, this gal here, Elizabeth, social worker, her profit to date, which is covered up because this was on YouTube. So that was her, and here she is again off of Fiverr, on a different couch. She moves around a lot. Actually, her name is Bradford Jet. Also $5 to hire out for a testimonial. No matter what you want her to say, she will say it. And another guy, Oliver, 22-year-old store clerk. And you got it. He was also on Fiverr. Right here. Same shirt, same computer, same background on the wall. So so there's some real heavy-duty red flags that I hope you take to heart and stay away from. I'm shuffling stuff around here. And well, I'm at a loss here because I'm not concentrating. Sorry about that. There's another deal they give out here, and this tells you that you're only going to profit. The banker profit system works automatically, and basically you can only profit. Now that's crazy. You'd be lucky to profit. Actually, you're lucky to profit if you do it with a real company, because it's up to you. You got to have hands on, and they're not going to do it for you. They're not going to take that risk. And it says here, if you're right, you earn anywhere from 70 to 90%. Well, usually it is 70 or lower, depends on the broker and the contract they set up with you. And the real sites that are in the United States, they're legit, and their binary options are legal, and they go to the Chicago trade is where they started. But there's a site called Investopedia, and I have put a couple of links in the comments below where you can hit those links for to go to Investopedia, and I have set up a couple things that you should read if you're intent on trying binary options, even if legal or not, because there is a high risk in binary options, because basically you're placing a bet. You're not investing in any real stock. You're betting whether they're going to, when at an end of at a close, that it's going to go up or down. So it's maybe a 50-50 chance at best. This bottom line, what they're saying here, the technical indicators discussed, so you should know technical indicators and if you're going to trade. So they discuss them in this article. They should be used for timely action with consistent monitoring. One major disadvantage with technical indicators is that the results and the calculations are based on past data and can generate false signals. Traders should practice caution with detailed back testing and thorough analysis of the risk and the high return assets like binary options. So there is a lot of high risk in binary options, and the indicators they're talking about are things like strike price and candlestick, the MACD, and the AD line, which is advanced decline line, and that's the most used indicator in the stocks today. They use that a lot, advanced decline, and that's all based on this type of thing here. That's all based on what this is not a good example, but there's an example in the link that I gave you for Investopedia. They'll go over that with you if you want to read that. And there's another thing here I want to show you is the major drawback of high-low binary options, which is what this guy here is promoting, is that reward is always less than the risk. The reward is less than the risk. This means a trader must be right a high percentage of the time to cover the losses, while payout and risk will fluctuate from broker to broker and instrument to instrument. One thing remains consistent or constant. Losing trades will cost the trader more than she or he can make in winning trades. Other types of binary options, high-low, may provide payouts where the reward is potentially greater than the risk. Those are the ones that you should probably look up if they're in the U.S. so you can be protected. Other disadvantages is the OTC, that's over-the-counter markets, which this is, because these are popping out all the time. You probably well know if you're here looking at this at all. They're unregulated outside the U.S., and there is little oversight in the case of a trade discrepancy. While brokers often use a large external source for their quotes, traders may still find themselves susceptible to unscrupulous practices, even though it is not the norm. Other possible concerns is that no underlying asset is owned and is simply a wager, it's a bet, on underlying asset direction. The bottom line is binary options outside the U.S. are an alternative to speculating or hedging, but come with advantages and disadvantages. The positives are little, innumerable strike prices, blah, blah, blah. The negatives include non-ownership, little regulatory oversight, and winning payout is usually less than what you're going to try to make back on a win. Traders who use these instruments need to pay close attention to their individual broker's rules, especially regarding payouts and risks, how expiry prices are calculated, and what happens if the option expires directly on the strike price. Binary brokers outside the U.S. are often operating illegally if engaging U.S. residents. Binary options also exist in the U.S. exchanges, and these binaries are typically structured quite differently but have greater transparency and regulatory oversight. And what you can do with the U.S. people, they will offer play money, if you will, so you can go and practice binary betting, trading, whatever you want to call it. They call it, like these guys like to call it trading, but it's betting, and they say that in what they're in the U.S. here. And I don't believe you. I don't know if you have a 50-50 chance. That all depends on the stock. And I traded stock. I did penny stocks, and for a while. But you got to watch them all the time. You got to be there. You can't. There is no autopilot and instant riches and all that stuff in anything, let alone in the stocks. It takes a lot of practice. It takes a lot of know-how, a lot of skill to know when to hit the button on trading and coming away from the trade or the bet, if you will. And I went to, I still have some stock. I have long-term stock. I got away from the penny stuff. I never tried binary because I know that autopilot stuff is just not right. And I went to affiliate marketing, and that is a hands-on also, but it is, you do it at your leisure. You don't have anything that you have to watch, like the end of a trade where you got to know whether it's going to go up or down or when to pull the trigger. With affiliate marketing, the product is already there. You just make money when you sell something for a product that's already there, and you do it on Facebook, you do it on Instagram, you can do it on emails, and it's so way laid back. It's so much easier, and there's money to be made. Again, and the amount of money that you make is dependent on you, how much time you want to put in. And the more you're into it, and the further you go along, the less time you have to put into it. When you start out, you got to work. Excuse me, you got to work. You got to work hard sometimes, depending on your goals and to reach your goals. But it's really a very profitable way to make money from home. And the advantages that you have with your end of the year line taxes and deductions and so forth is well worth trying it. If you don't like it, well, that's fine, but you can still. I'm not a tax advisor and don't even pretend to be, but I have some pretty good advantages myself, and results are not typical. Everyone is an individual, and it doesn't matter who you model. That's not to say that you're going to get the same thing that you model after. So, well, with that, I strongly urge you to stay away from this and any other hyped up binary option opportunity that you see out there. They all use actors and they all use hype, and they all use like it says up there, the team is almost full, so they use scarcity to get you all worried that if you don't get in now, you're not going to get in, and that type of crap. And don't buy it, because it's all bullshit. It's pure bullshit. They're just going to take your money, and they call it free. You got to put money into the broker's account, and part of that link that I have, another link that I have to, it's a 6-step guide to making sure your broker is legit. And you won't know who their broker is until you've already got in. A lot of them don't even give you the name. I had one where they had an option to pick a broker. I clicked the option, same broker came up all the time. There was no option. So with that, I have all the links down in the comments below. The bottom is a link to my affiliate program. If you want to take a look at that, you're serious about making money at home, that's the best option that I can advise. And this stuff, please do your homework on it, and I suggest just staying away. So with that, talk to you later. Thanks.